Hey everyone, Round from the Rib Appreciation Society. Today we're going to be doing a live taste test with Southern Cross Smokers. So Mark from Southern Cross Smokers is going to join me today, and we're going to be taste testing the McRib. Cannot wait to try this out. So just got a few little things to get out of the way, but I've got to get Mark in here so we can get the show started. And yeah, looking forward to trying it out. Mark and I have not tried this with the McRib, so really looking forward to seeing what that turns out like. So let's see if I can get him on. G'day, hello to everyone that's joined in. Good to see you. Hey mate, how's it going?
G'day, Rayanne. How are you? And cheers to all the listeners out there tonight.
Cheers indeed. What are you drinking?
Tonight I've got the Belgian triple, which is actually from my local brewery called Golden Hills here in Diamond Creek. If you read the tasting notes, it'll tell you all about cloves and orange and candy finishes. But for me, what I like is the 9% alcohol and 440 mils.
Damn. How many standard drinks is that?
Enough to keep me occupied for this session anyway. What about yourself? What are you drinking?
I'm on the Hendrix, and I've gone a little bit fancy and added a mandarin flavor to it. So it's a bit more sweeter. I thought I'd give it a go and see what that's like.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a little bit less than 9%. Oh, no, actually, probably a little bit more than 9% the way up for it.
The old triple shot.
Oh,
yeah,
mate,
good.
Just a free pour, mate. Just a free pour. All right, I'm really excited. Obviously, trying the McRib and talking about it. You obviously got yours today as well before the show.
I did. Yep. It's been a while since I've been down to Macca's. Had to look up where it was.
G'day, Shuey's Barbecue. Good to see you, buddy. So it's look, I've sort of gone a little bit extra today just to try a bit different. I've added an extra rib patty, as they call it. Let's see what that's just to give me a little bit of extra rib. So we'll see how that goes, mate. But now you mentioned you might have done your own rib as well, McRib.
I may have done something a little bit earlier, just as a comparison. A little bit of fun today, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, we'll see how we go.
All right, mate. Look, let's get to know you a little bit more, because I guess we had a quick little test the other day, which is kind of a whirlwind sort of test, and we just to make sure everything was up and running. And then I went and got new gear myself, so I'm glad it's working. I'm hoping you can hear me all right.
I can.
But mate. So what got you started? What got you started with barbecue and I guess one of the other things I haven't really asked a lot of people is like what was the inspiration to come onto Instagram?
Sure. So let's start with the barbecue. I guess I've always enjoyed barbecuing, but the more traditional style of barbecue as opposed to the smoking. I love being outdoors. And really what led to the buying the smoker here in the background and getting really sort of serious about the barbecue was the COVID lockdown and needing to find myself a hobby because I think I would have driven everybody crazy here. So it was actually my neighbour who I look over his backyard at the moment, and there's a pizza oven, there's a Weber, there's a hibachi grill, there's another barbecue, and there's a GMG in there as well. So he's the one that sort of suggested that I should give it a crack, and did a little bit of research and bought myself the Daniel Boone, and it's been a fantastic learning journey. And the Instagram stuff was more, I haven't really been into social media in the past, but I figured that I'd jump onto social media and probably just learn from the community. So a lot of what I do is from what I've seen, whether it be via YouTube or Instagram. So that's the reason for it, and thought I'd just post a few photos along the way of the journey.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. I think that seems to be a common trend. I mean, I'm certainly in that same camp where it was the start of COVID, and I'm just going like, I've got to do something. We had an Instagram account sort of lying around dormant for like, about 5 years, and then I sort of jumped on this year, and it's been great. And I suppose I jumped in for barbecue, but then got stuck with the community because it's just such an awesome bunch of, fellas. You know that. We sort of keep in touch quite a bit, as well as a lot of Mikey and Traeger Geelong and a few others. So it's really is a great community, and just all of a sudden I'm like, the barbecue's gone down, where it's like I just want to keep in touch with people.
It's true.
But yeah, so it's been really good. And like I mean, you said you got the GMG there. How do you find that, and what's that like from a day-to-day cooking point of view?
Oh, look, it's fantastic. I mean, for hack cooks like me, it's great. It's one of those things that make a bad cook look good. It holds temperature really well. It's almost impossible to mess something up because you've obviously got great temperature control, and through the Wi-Fi app, you've always got a bit of a readout of what's happening. And that's not to say every meal has been perfect, but definitely it does food justice. And the great thing is the family has really taken to barbecue, and particularly my son, who never really used to like meat because it was always tough in texture. But now he finds that, I'm constantly finding he asks me, day in, day out, Dad, when are you doing, burgers or chicken wings or lamb or something else? So it's been great from that perspective too. So as much as it's a selfish hobby, the family's really gravitated towards it as well, which is great.
No, that's it, man. I mean, my son's the same. He loves the brisket. So to the point where like he just asked for brisket. I'm like, it's the hardest one. Just doesn't, he doesn't like the ribs. Yeah. But look, bad brisket makes really good brisket pie, right? So
it does indeed. Yes.
And your photos this week looked amazing. So clearly, I mean, I think I mentioned that to you. Like, I would cook brisket just to make brisket pie. Because it's just so good, especially with the pie maker that we all love and cherish.
It is true, mate.
Yeah, that's it. So shall we have a look at this McRib?
Let's do it.
All right. So I haven't even taken it out of the bag. So
well done.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. Here we go.
Righto. So, can we? The viewers see that?
Mine looks pretty ordinary. I've got the double patty, and it's just messy.
Well, it's quite interesting. I think it was $7.50 or $7.90 or something, and there's not much burger there.
Yeah, here we go.
But I thought I did. Beauty. That's much better.
Yeah,
much better.
So
I thought I'd do. Go on.
Go. You go.
I was just going to say, I did a little bit of research on it, and I guess the only plus thing was that it's sitting at 479 calories, which is 100 less than a Big Mac. So, for all the healthy people out there, it's a better option than a Big Mac. But let's do the taste, hey?
That's it. I got a couple of pickles in there too. Yeah, well, I was going to say it's probably a little bit too big to hold, mate. So I'm gonna have to.
Just don't take your finger off in the process.
Let's go. All right. Oh, that was. Here we go.
We good? I'm guessing if I tasted plastic, I think that's what it would taste like.
I think it's almost like the double patty made it worse. that makes sense.
I think for me, it's just all I can taste is sauce. I can't really. There's bugger all meat in there. The patty's quite thin.
Yeah. It's just sausage meat, isn't it? Really.
Well, if you have a look at that, I mean, there's one pickle sort of sitting in the middle, a couple of onions and that. Give it another bite and just see. Kids can have that.
It lingers in a bad way from a flavor point of view, doesn't it? Where it's just kind of like it's good with the sauce, and the sauce really takes it along. But yeah, I mean, comparing it to let's not compare it to barbecue, because I mean, let's face it, the McRib or the other anything with proper ribs tastes so much better.
It does.
I would comparing it to even just a standard burger, I wouldn't get it again.
No, I'm two bites was too many for me. So
yeah, I'll put that away. But mate, no, I know I'll pull the cleaver out pretty early, while I carefully clean it. Just trying not to get my finger this time.
Well,
Um,
well, I
we
think for the
haven't
fans
actually.
out there, you should probably tell them what you did with that cleaver recently.
Yeah, so cleaver's great, great for cutting. But just gotta be careful when you're washing it. So basically, I was sort of giving it a wash, and I've sort of slipped my finger that way. I won't get too close, and yeah, just sort of slipped it open. So they're very sharp. I just underestimated how sharp it is. But it just like I mean, I'll give Baccarat credit where credit's due. They make a really sharp knife, right?
They
Like
do, they do.
if I went any quicker, it would have taken it would have taken a bit of flesh off quite easily.
Yeah,
But yeah, just some safety on cleaning it really. And I was rushing. I was going to do an Insta live. It was on the 23rd, I think. I was doing Insta live, and I was like, oh, I've got to just get this washed because Mikey, who had the first cleaver, he's like, mate, don't leave it dirty. Make sure you wash it, and then
yeah,
make sure you don't leave it wet. And I'm like, all right, no, I've got to wash this, and I've got to drive this, and I've got to put it away. And yeah, literally, yeah, cut it open, and then just turned into. My wife's a nurse, so she's like, oh, and she knows I'm not great with blood, so she's like, oh, yeah, on the floor, let's just have a look. And she's like, yeah, we're gonna have to go to we're gonna have to go to the emergency. But yeah, so I got there and they glued it up, gave me a tetanus shot, and I'll be good in a few days. It's still a little bit sensitive, but yeah, mate, I'm a bit sensitive now with the washing. I'll take it real slow, and especially because it's got a bit of weight to it, so it's awkward to hold.
it is. Yeah.
Um, it's not like a standard chef's knife. But yeah, look, awesome knife. And now we've got to get two in the shot. So have you got yours there?
I don't. No, mine's inside at the moment, but I can
Oh
go and get
no,
it. But, I didn't bring it
no,
out,
it's all right.
but I think I just saw Mikey saying, "Is it my fault now?" And I think it's fair to say it is, Mikey. You've put us onto something here. So.
It is. Basically, I was rushing with Mikey's words in my head, going, "I've just got to get this dry and put away before, otherwise, I'm just going to lose my little logo on it." So,
Yeah.
but it's all good. But mate, now I want to see this McRib that you
Ooh.
created.
Okay. All right. Let's
Let's
have a
have a look.
go. Oh, it's a little bit different. It's couldn't quite match the bun, but it's a little bit
Oh
bigger.
mate, look at that.
If we
Now you
take,
sent me a photo of the ribs you cooked up. They look bloody amazing. So,
they looked all right. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah.
yep,
Yep. Got that.
nice.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, let's give it a go.
yeah, do it.
So we I guess just to talk about the ribs. They're just baby back ribs. I smoked them for about 2 hours at 225. I used Smoky Joe's firecracker rub, so Mark from Trader Geelong would be
Ooh.
very happy about
I
that.
call him Mr. Firecracker. He loves it.
Mr. Firecracker, that's it. Yeah, just topped it with onions and some pickles and popped it in a bun. A little bit of KC butt sauce, the barbecue
Oh yeah,
sauce, and away we go.
nice.
So we'll give this a crack. See how we go.
Yeah. Oh, that
Mm.
sounded better.
Oh, right. I'll see you later.
Oh, you got me jealous, man. I
Nah.
was like,
Just kidding. Just kidding. No, it's
no,
actually,
no.
you can, I think the difference is you can taste everything.
Yeah.
You get the crusty bread, you can taste the onions, you can certainly taste the meat.
Yeah.
But it's the pork that does the talking here. Whereas
Mm.
in the fast food variant,
It
it
was.
was just all sauce, is what
Yeah,
I
it was
found.
sauce. Yeah, you take the
Mm,
sauce away, it's just dodgy sausage meat.
mm.
Um, no, that sounds amazing. That crunch. I think someone already mentioned the crunch on that thing. So, no, mate, I've got to give it a go. So let's talk about the ribs when you cooked them up. So, what sort of temp did you get to, and how long did it take?
So I was aiming for, temperature-wise, I was aiming for sort of that 190 to 205, but it was more the probe tender.
Yep,
I just
yep,
probed it till I thought they were right, and that was about 2 hours because they weren't a big sort of meaty rack. Um, then I put, and I'll post some photos of this later, but I got some foil, you know, lined up with brown sugar, 4 knobs of butter, honey, put the
yep.
ribs in, wrapped it up nice and tight, popped it back in the smoker, same temperature, let it ride for another 2 hours, and then I
Awesome.
took it out and let it rest for probably about 45 minutes. So yeah, it came out reasonably good. So to be honest, I haven't done many pork ribs. It's probably the one thing that I haven't done a lot of.
Yeah.
But they come out fine. So it's pretty hard to stuff up pork. I think pork's pretty forgiving, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is, and I think it's just it's a good one to learn on as well. I think it certainly where I started the pork belly and sort of the pork neck butt sort of thing. Just the pulled pork side of things just make your life easy, and you sort of get a few wins under your belt, and it just makes you feel a bit better.
Yeah, true.
So that's about. So I mean, what's next for you? What's cooking in the next few weekends?
So look, it's tomorrow night. We're having some friends around for New Year's Eve, and it was really the kids' request. So it's burgers again. So 2 days in a row, well, two out of 3 days.
Yeah.
And I'll be doing some chicken wings and drummies just for some sort of simple entrees.
Excellent.
I've got a pork butt now. I've not done pork butt before, but I've got a big 6.5 kilo pork butt from Range Meats.
Ooh, nice.
Um,
Yep.
that's going to be a lot of fun. I think that might be a 12, sort of 12-ish hour cook. It's quite big.
Yeah. Right.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll
Yeah.
have a crack at that. And I think in the new year, I really want to have a crack at some desserts. So I've seen some great desserts
Yeah.
flying around. Yeah. So
That's
excuse
awesome.
me. I'll do that.
No,
What
that's
about
cool.
yourself?
Yeah, look, I've got a freezer full of ribs, mate, and I've got a brisket sitting there. I'm not sure if Justin's still on, but he sort of donated some brisket for me to cook up, and I've just been letting him down because I haven't had the right time to get all the boys in together and cook it up. So yeah, I want to do some
Yep.
brisket. I got a few racks of ribs I want to do. It's a Ghana. Ghana is sort of one of the spices ladies here. The Gifties Guyanese spices. Gosh, mouthful. And yeah, I want to try one of the rack of ribs like that. And I'm Sri Lankan, so I just wanted to get I want to do like a Sri Lankan style rack of ribs as well. Just a little bit more
Nice.
spice and a bit more flavor to it as well. It's just a different blend. So trying to do international style racks for a while because I did the Korean style with Smoky Joe's Korean and as well as Basket Case Gourmet's Korean sauce, and that was amazing. So
They
I
look
want to
great.
try,
Yeah.
yeah, and I just want to keep that trend going because it's just I've done the Memphis, I've done the Korean. I sort of want to try this Guyanese style curry blend that's just amazing. And she's already got a bit of a sort of a glaze that she's sort of got a recipe for. So I want to try that. And a few other things, but I just want to do a simple brisket. When I say simple brisket, I think it's like about 5.5 kilo. Me not sleeping much kind of brisket. Yeah, no, looking forward to it, mate. And hopefully lots of cooks up. And I'm obviously working on this bad boy here too. So putting up a few little panels up behind me. At the moment, it's just a bare fence. So a bit of spare time is going into this just to make it look a bit pretty for the new year, which is going to be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to next year. It's going to be a blast.
It looks great. We I've obviously been watching the progression of the smoke shack you've got there, and the
Yep.
lighting is fantastic, mate. It turns night into day there. So
Yeah, I was a bit lazy, so I put an outdoor switch on. Give me a sec. Check this out. Oh, like it's like daylight now.
unreal.
So
There you
it
go.
just sort of works with like it's like background lighting. So yeah, really happy with this. It's a small area, but I should be able to fit about 3 different units in here. So obviously got the Weber still in a box, which I feel really
Yep.
bad about, but I just haven't had the opportunity just to bring it out and got the Fornetto sitting there and just see what else sort of rolls in the new year.
Beautiful, mate. And the hat you're wearing there, obviously, Troy's got
Oh
some
yeah,
merch out now. So big shout out to Troy at Beard's
yeah.
Backyard Barbecue.
Yeah, mate. Now, look, Troy has been great. I've gone through the journey with Troy. It's been just really good. And he's like, mate, I'm gonna send you a hat. I'm like, I'm gonna wear it the next live for sure. But yeah, look, he's got some merch and obviously doing some great things there. And he's got a pellet smoker there as well as a Fornetto. So he's doing some good stuff. But he's a good bloke and just yeah, nice to support the. I like it because it's a bit of a neat cap. It's kind of just like. I don't know, it's like not one of those big. I've got a couple of big ones that kind of just sit there, but this one just sits on the head nicely. I'm really looking
It,
forward to
it
wearing it
looks
around.
very good, mate. Yeah, I'm going to have to get in touch with Troy for one of them. They look
Oh yeah,
fantastic. So
please do.
yeah, great. And actually, recently you did a chicken with the Suva rub from Smoky Joe's. How was that?
The Suba rub?
Was it Suvaki rub or?
No, mate. I did the with the 180 from Sauce
Oh, was it the
Low and
180?
Slow.
Ah,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. I haven't actually tried the Suba rub. That's on the list. And I gave away one of my Greek rubs from Smoky Joe, which I'm regretting, as a gift for Christmas because I know this guy likes his Greek food. So, but yeah, look, did that. It was fantastic. So I got the rotisserie kit that sits inside the Fornetto. So it's a custom job by this guy Steve, who just does it out of his backyard, just the metalwork. I mean, it's just good to do a rotisserie chicken in the backyard and get it going. But I stepped away from it a little while and realized it wasn't spinning for a bit, so it was a bit black on one side.
Yep.
But Sam's like, mate, that's the flavor, mate. That's the flavor. So I'm like, thanks,
Yeah.
Sam. It's burnt for me, but look, it's great. And just that 180 blend is pretty good on chicken.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll probably definitely do that again and get a few more tricks on for sure.
Definitely, yeah. Sam's got some great rubs. I put the weekend spice rub on the burgers.
On the burgers, yeah.
And, oh, mate, that came out fantastic. So you know, shout out to Sam at Sauce Low and Slow. They were fantastic. Really good rubs. Yeah.
No, mate, we're spoiled for choice with the community like Alpine Sauce Company, Basket Case Gourmet, Smoky Joe's, and obviously Sauce Low and Slow, as well as sort of Treat Your Mate, which I love the name of. Yeah, it's just like. We're in a good spot in Australia, and I really love getting behind these people. And there's a few more to try, and can't wait to try them in the new year.
Absolutely, yeah. No, we are sport for choice, and it's great to see. I think previously it's been a lot of American imported rubs, and I think it's whether it's been COVID or otherwise, it's great to see some local stuff, and the barbecue community getting behind the local producers around here. So and they're great. I mean, the range is fantastic. The quality is brilliant. They don't come with the caking agents like they do from overseas. They're just really nice rubs, really good rubs.
And a good price range. I mean, we're not made of money, but so it's just good to get a rub at a decent price, and know you're supporting Australian. Like that's the big thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, mate.
Speaking of money, one last question for you, mate.
Go.
If you won Tats Lotto tomorrow, would you open a smokehouse? And if you say yes to that, what would be your signature dish?
If I want to, depends how much I want. Clearly,
A lot.
But yeah, a lot, mate. Oh, mate, I think the dream is to have that brew house, tap house, and sort of smokehouse in one sort of scenario. And I think yesterday we sort of toyed with the idea of having a gin distillery built in well. So yeah, it's gonna be hectic. I'm gonna need a few boys to quit their jobs and help me out. But signature dish was, mate, it'd have to be ribs, and I just want to do ribs like really well, and just the sort of the ribs that all that leaves is bones behind, and just what I mean, like in the sense of like good bite, but at the same time not a big rack, just stuff just that you enjoy, and brisket. That's it. I'd keep it simple. And then I'd have like a weekend where it's like, okay, this is like, we'll do like an Asian style rack or something, something different. But day to day, we just keep it simple, mate. How about you? That's a great question.
Oh, geez. I like the idea of a smokehouse with a distillery on the side, or a brewery, one of the two, or both. Signature dish, I think it's hard to go past a burger. I think the burgers have been a real hit. It's one of those easy to prepare meals. I mean, they're so simple, but everybody loves them. But I think you're right. I think your more sort of traditional barbecue, your brisket, your links, or your sausage, what do you want to call it? Your ribs as well. I think beef shorties. I think a good beef shorty is so bloody good. It's hard to go past a good beef shorty. And for me, I also like a reverse seared tomahawk. I think a really nice steak is just to die for.
Absolutely.
So it'd probably be very red meat orientated, but throwing a few chicken wings along the way just for some fun, and I reckon that's about it.
No, mate, that'd be living the dream, and then we'll be making our own versions of McRibs the whole time, which would be awesome.
And better ones too.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Imagine that. We'd have to call it something different, obviously.
We would.
Yeah. No, that's it, mate. Mark, it's been fantastic, mate, and so good to chat to you. Sorry about the disappointing the McRibs, but obviously your version looks bloody amazing, and I wish I wasn't so far away. I could drop in and have a taste.
Thanks, mate.
You have a happy New Year, mate. So good to chat to you, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more chats in the future. And look after yourself.
You too, Rayan. And can I just say, mate, just from probably on behalf of all the fans out there, I think credit to you and to Mark from Traeger Geelong for putting on the barbecue and brews throughout COVID, because I think it was the light at the end of the week, and I think you guys have done an absolutely brilliant effort in pulling all that together. So cheers to you guys. Keep up the good work, and all the best for 2021 to you and to all the viewers out there.
Excellent. Thanks, Mark. You take care, buddy.
Okay,
We'll
mate.
talk soon.
No worries.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.